Moore now. Got a man open. That's Devontae Parker. Got the second in just about a few inches here. First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. And able to get this one across the 45. And if you go by the numbers, the man they have running it here, he was the best in the NFL.
And since he led the league in rushing yards, the tight end, the wide receivers, everyone is coming together, wanting him to get the ball and get it often, and they want to carve some holes out there for him.
And he's going to get this pretty close to a first down. 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And he's got the first down yardage.
You can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important 3rd down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the others, you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the first down.
Playing January football. And, Charles, you talk about this offense. Their head coach, it's his first time in charge in the playoffs. And I think you and I were both kind of surprised by his demeanor.
As you normally see that. And on one hand, it's like, all right, cool. He feels great about his team. But on the other hand, I don't think it's in his best interest to do that. How many playoff games has he won again, Brandon?
None.
So there's your answer right there. I guess
now for the Panthers. From the right hash, it's a 38-yard attempt. And his kick is good. And the Panthers stake claim to a 3-0 lead. They've been a come-from-behind team all year. They'll need to do it again as they trail early in this wild card game. They start on the ground with McCaffrey. And he's upended.
Coming up and making the big-time play.
Now Moore. And that is incomplete. Down coming up. On is the punter Charlton now as he's able to get this one away. Now after the punt on that play, they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you can big and get things going in the excitement area.
They go play action here on first down. And his throw is going to force the incompletion, but still waiting for that game-changing play. You feel like it's coming, the first sack, the first turnover.
In a sense, they're playing old-school defense right now. The new school
there he goes, left side.
Oh, you got to feel it, baby.
Ball's out. McCaffrey lost it. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the foot. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over. The other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field.
Thus far, they've got it 1st and goal at the 6. Flush to his right. Toward the end zone. Once again, the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. Mixon. And he will push his way forward.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down.
See what the play call is. They need to find the right one here on 4th and goal. Try to wedge his way in there. No signal. Field position inside the 10. The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. And just not much.
Win first down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on first down. Flushed out right. And he'll be out right at the... Well, and you want this from your leader, right? With this deficit, this stage of the game, second half, no quitting here.
0.
And now a throw on
jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Here's a throw to his running back now with 3rd and 1. They'll give it up to McCaffrey. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And
when you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
this time he's able to take it down to the 4. Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. Gets around him. And some space here. In search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Moore. And he's through for the playoff ride with us. Here's 2nd and 10. He's got a man on the crossing route. That's Moore. And a chance to get right back into this football game. Now they run with Mixon. And he'll get it down close to the goal line.
From the big guy carrying the ball.
They'll go with a keeper. And he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown. They'll take over here in the final minute of this 3rd quarter. On 1st down, Moore. Escaping the pressure right. They'll take this to the other side. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Throwing the out route and complete. Have him on the move on 1st down. McCaffrey on the toss right. And maybe a visual on EA Sports. To throw is Moore. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Eluding the pressure right. Got a man right side. It's on 1st down, this is McCaffrey. He's to the 10. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Christian McCaffrey, 22 yards. And the Panthers all even in this wild card matchup. Maybe their most important drive of the season coming up right now here, 1st and 10.
And he's going to get a run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40.
Contained.
From the shotgun to McCaffrey. And they bring him to the ground just shy. This is McCaffrey on the give. And the result here, a pickup of 8. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a score to break this tie. And some good
to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
3rd down, here's McCaffrey. And he'll be taking.
Hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Now a give, right side McCaffrey. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. Second innings over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Now a run with McCaffrey. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 field goal on 4th down. From this spot, it's 46 yards. On the ground, McCaffrey. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Pressure now for this one on Joey Sly. This for the lead in the final stages. And his kick is good. And with a little over a minute to play, they have taken the lead. After the made field goal, here's Sly to kick this one away. Here's Dante Pettis on the return. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's Seahawks offense. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
Yeah, they practice this all the time.
They practice it all the time. They know what they want to get done. And in a lot of cases, the great competitors, they love this situation. They think they can go ahead and get it done.
They practiced it. We'll see if practice makes perfect.
And even on the defensive side. So now you want to make sure the guys understand. Continue to be aggressive, but make sure you're smart in doing so.
Myers' kick is good, and he does not disappoint.
Brandon, do you think the pressure ever gets to this guy? Because I sure don't. That was pretty smooth right there. But I tell you, he better not rest on his...
Go. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range. Not much. A tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that.
Just that. So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. This is McCaffrey. And now Moore. Off the play fake. Flush to his right. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 5. So 4 quarters wasn't enough, and we are off to overtime. Overtime in a playoff game. Awesome setup. Remember, the rules the same as they would be in the regular season.
That's exactly right, Brandon. Remember, the receiving team, if they score a touchdown, game is over. But if they kick a field goal or don't score, the other team gets a chance to get the football. If they go down and score, they win the football game at that point. If both teams kick field goals, we keep playing. If a defense scores, let's say the receiving team gets the ball, doesn't score, one period is played, we could call it a tie. Here, we're going to play until we have a winner.
They'll run with McCaffrey. And he's taken down, but able to slip a victory. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Here's McCaffrey. And he'll work this forward for about 3.
And make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
And he's able to
get all you can.
McCaffrey. And some room to run for success. Back to the ground on 1st. It's McCaffrey.
Hold on to it, protect it, but not necessarily settling, because you're trying to get to the end zone. You're trying to end the game right here. And I know the defensive guys poking, clawing.
Drive of overtime. Now looking at a 3rd and 3. Now a first throw here in overtime. Flushed out right. He'll have a first down inside the 10. And he'll finally be taken.
But they let him get away, scramble, and pick up a first down and inside the 5-yard line.
McCaffrey in the football, right back to that well.
And why not? When you have that kind of success, make them stop you.
And he's going to score. It's a touchdown. No flags. And in an overtime. We need an extra time to decide this one. The rushing score and OT finishes it off, but all throughout, really just a great game to witness.
I agree, and the whole time we were watching and working on this game, I had it in the back of my head. We could get to overtime. Just the way this game went, the ebb and flow of it all, and then to get there and finish it what I would call an old school way, a running play, because in today's NFL, we throw the ball to ring the bell, don't we?
Not there. They ran it in. And again, just a great, great game that we bore witness to. Ball will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. First carry for Christian McCaffrey. And
not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
And he's going to drive. Moore now. Eluding the pressure right. And incomplete.
It's outside of the pocket. Your job as a defensive back, make sure you stay as deep as the deepest receiver and not let anyone leak behind you for a big play. A nice job there, having discipline. And
now a hit and a loose football. And it's picked up by the Panthers for the other side.
Yeah, and how many times have we heard coaches say, you know, sometimes it's not really about those X's and O's we draw up. It's about those Jimmies and Joes. And when you have a punt returner, he's one of those Jimmies and Joes, one of the best out.
Instead. The last one got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Moore. Flushed out right. And he'll go out. Looking to throw. Moore. And that is incomplete. Strong in coverage. And his kick is good. And the Panthers stake claim to a 3-0 lead. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. They start on the ground with McCaffrey. And he's going to be dropped following it.
But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down.
From the gun, Moore sliding out of the pocket. And that is intercepted.
There, because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often taking off, it made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Escaping the pressure right. And a throw there.
Somewhere around 40% on third down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to third down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on first and second down.
10-3 as they come up 1st and 10. The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. And he'll work this.
He only picked up 3 yards. But let's flip it over to the defensive side. They now have the advantage. 3 3-yard gains. That means they're punting the ball likely on 4th down. That's what you're looking for.
But somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
Got a man open. That's Devontae Parker complete.
Completion, they would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone,
you see legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. McCaffrey on the counter. Gets around him. And he'll take this in the first half. And they'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. He'll be dropped after a game. Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. A trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway. And he'll be out of bounds here just past at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now that leads into bigger errors.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now a run with McCaffrey. So a tough man to bring down all night. Here's more. Off play action. And his throw's
long gone. That they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays to get the third down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. Flush to his right. And this turns
down and avoids the hit for good measure.
On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. And he's going to get a solid gain, and he works on him. We'll step aside and be right back. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Eluding the pressure right.
And came to the front, didn't it? They remembered their lessons and found a way to contain him when he took off on that one.
And all the way down inside. 1 quarter remains for a trip. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. And he gets half from the 2 now. 2nd and goal. Now Joe Mixon. And he gets halfway there down to the... They'll try and sneak it here. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it's in. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. He tries to keep it. Takes over 1st and 10. They'll give it up to McCaffrey. Oh, what a move. McCaffrey with a 1st down and more. He's at the 50. 30. 10. Touchdown, Carolina. Christian McCaffrey, 83 yards. And this could be the defining moment of their season, all hyperbole aside. You're trailing here in the 4th quarter, the divisional round. And they need to come up with something as they get this drive. As we welcome you back, they come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 now from the 30. Back to throw. Flushed out right. And he's left with no option.
So much downfield that there's room to run, but this time he decided to throw it unsuccessfully.
Right, got to get back into focus here. Get the 1st down. That's what's vital to them.
Escaping the pressure right. And he'll be out of
situation. Everything is sped up. The intensity, the thinking, everyone's movements. But for a quarterback, he has to continue to do what we call flat line.
Just exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle, so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
And he'll just get rid of it.
Back-to-back
3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. And that will be incomplete. The
great. There's going to be some frustration, but now he's got to make sure that that frustration is temporary, not lingering. Big throw coming up.
Flush to his right. He's got his tight end. It's Tommy Tremble. And they'll get him down as he's inside the full
pickup.
This is McCaffrey on the give. And maybe a measure of revenge on 2nd down and 11. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And he'll go down here at the 35. Down. A field goal from here, you're looking at right about a 52-yarder. He'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Finding room to the 20. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line.
Yeah, I think you do. I think you got to start thinking about your rush lanes. Try not to either get too wide or too narrow. Make sure someone is there waiting for him to take off.
And he's across for the touchdown, and it's likely the game winner here in the closing stages.
How many people are watching this right?
Press on as we say so long, everybody. An excellent field position thanks to the interception. First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. And from the shotgun to McCaffrey. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he's brought down, but not.
Look ahead, because after that, how about a little play action, maybe a little bootleg, and get the quarterback out.
So the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal. Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Christian take over, and they will have the football at their own 20-yard line. On the ground, McCaffrey. And he'll be brought down. A good gain on first. Has him set up with 2nd and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Flushed out right. And all the way in. Scramble. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll be out of bounds.
Buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. David Moore. Right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. Right? Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
They try to throw.
Your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side. Because they would have wanted him to slide and protect himself. But he chose team gain over personal protection.
And he'll grab a gain of 5.
You spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
And he will slide to it.
Get your receivers going downfield. Those guys are staying with them, and oftentimes they have their back to the quarterback, which opens up a lot of space and room.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Throwing again. Moore. And he rifles.
He locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
To throw is Moore. To throw on 3rd down. Flush to his right. And they're able to get this
down on 3rd and long. And somehow he finds his way downfield and picks it up.
Yeah, if you look at the coverage defensively, oh, this is great. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. This is McCaffrey. 5 yards now.
So to speak, they need to make up some ground, and they did.
Moore from the gun on 3rd down. Eluding the pressure right.
There was nowhere to go with the football, so he had to take off and try and run. He just got back to the line of scrimmage, no gain.
And his kick is indeed good. And And they will move up by 10 now, 17. There was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You could never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face.
Back to throw. Moore flushed out right. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline.
So there was no reason to think that it wouldn't continue here in this title game. Obviously, the magnitude of the event, not getting to them early.
They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. Yeah, he'll be out just a yard.
To get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble. That should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Back to throw again. Escaping the pressure right. And that is in. Two straight incompletions have him looking at 3rd and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Gets this to his running back. It's Christian McCaffrey. Burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. And this one is right down Broadway. And that will open the lead up now to 20 to third quarter. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And this is incomplete. McCaffrey. And he'll be upended at the 28 area here on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Moore. Flush to his right. And he rises it, but they'll likely come up empty here on drive 1 of quarter 3.
And it was so important for the defense to get that stop because what we witnessed in the first half was them getting run over. And they needed the confidence, and they needed to get off the field so they felt good going forward in this game.
And to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot?
The pick up there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the
42 now. Here's 1st and 10. Here's McCaffrey. And he'll work this one out to about the 3rd. They'll run with McCaffrey. And he's going to be thinking pass on 3rd and 3. Back to throw. Moore. As he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. Ready to go. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? I mean, they score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still 3rd quarter, but and intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked up by Jamel Dean. And it's a pick 6. He brings it back to the house at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Work on that clock. See if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense.
Defense on the ground. That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. From the gun, they'll try to run it. Shifts past him at the 45. And they'll get him down here at about the 46 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. Eluding the pressure right. You think you got him stopped, good coverage downfield, and he's able to pick up the first with his legs. Defensively, that kicks into your psyche and hurts a little bit, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and here's the thing. Because you covered everything. He didn't have any place to throw the football. He takes off running and picks it up anyway, and now you have to stay on the field for an extra set of downs.
And really could use.
And before the series began, I know exactly what we said in the defensive huddle. Guys, we got to get no less than a 3 and out. Let's get off the field Instead, they can't find any track.
Got it first and goal as they search for, and he takes it into the end zone for a Panthers touchdown. Out there already an excellent field position thanks to the interception. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Now the Bucs going to use the first. So this offense will head back out there already an excellent field position thanks to the interception. The secondary now on third down. A handoff as they run the counter play. And they'll get him down about. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on fourth. Well, he gets attended to. The final minute of the game in the fourth quarter as this offense gets ready to take over. The Panthers down to a knee out of the victory formation. And they will take a knee here. And they get to hoist the Hallis Trophy. Unbelievable victory. Moving on to the Super Bowl.
I only hope that these players understand exactly who is behind that trophy. George S. Hallis, one of the creators of this great game of football of ours and creator of the NFL. What an amazing feeling and an amazing accomplishment.
First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. And in a game of this magnitude, and I might normally ask the cliche, what's going through his
Thought about Brandon, and he had to, and he was thinking about it long before he got to this stage. As the season progressed, and he saw that his team was good, if he was smart about how they handled winning, losing, handling all the ticket situations, travel, practice, all those things, and then trust your gut, make your best decision, and put it all out there and give your team the best chance to win.
Call it 46, you're right. They trail early on in this Super Bowl as they come up 1st and 10. They start on the ground with McCaffrey. Officially, he has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line.
That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked. The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. And not much to
stack that one up really well. But give him credit. Instead of trying to bounce it out and turn it into a big play, which might have turned into a big loss, kind of just took his medicine there and took the win.
With something here on third down. Now Moore. And that is incomplete.
I know this offense was these drives. They're definitely got to put their heads together and start concocting some offense that'll move the ball downfield.
So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away. So possession goes over here again to the first down now. This is McCaffrey on the give. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
This is unexpected at 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
He'll find his man, Terrace. Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. Shifts past him at the 45. And he slips up past
the last drive. They went 3 and out.
Back to the ground on first. It's McCaffrey. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll in fact. Moore now.
Another example, another incompletion.
Eluding the pressure right.
How many times do we hear that third down may be the most important down in football, and there's no better example than what we just saw right there. Forced to scramble, knows where the first down marker is, dives for it, and gets it.
Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. Picked up by L'Jarius Sneed. And the Chiefs are they can kind of have a short-term memory, but that's on first down. This is McCaffrey. And he's taken down, but able to slip across. McCaffrey. And he'll be taken down after a pickup of some scores from earlier today in the NFL. They try to throw
snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And he's got the
clock all the way down and score. This will definitely help the cause.
And now a throw on first down. Back to throw again. And he slings it.
Comfort zone and throw into the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
Flushed out right. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And he'll go out of bounds, making it all the way down to the 5. For the Panthers thus far. They've got it first and goal at the 6. From the gun, Moore escaping the pressure right.
I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
And he will push his yard gain. He'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. 5-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. From the shotgun to McCaffrey. Dancing away at the 35. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side.
Practiced it because on first down, you're trying to get some yardage to set up 2nd and 3rd down calls. In this case, had to drop it off to his running back. But boy, they closed quickly on that one and stopped him behind the scrimmage.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Yeah, and his teammates are certainly going to appreciate that effort, even if his coaches don't, because they would have wanted him to slide and protect himself. But he chose team game over personal protection.
And that's another first down. They'll run with McCaffrey. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Flush to his right. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. DJ Moore. Where, look, they need points. And they need them badly. Trailing here in the 4th quarter as they begin this drive 1st and 10. Solid move. We'll step aside and be right back. To throw on 2nd down. Moore eluding the pressure right. And he's able to get the interceptions had plagued him, especially a 2nd interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now. And harassed, that ball had to be gotten rid of, otherwise he was going to get sacked.
And he'll take this close to a 1st down. Looking to throw. Moore. That's complete out right to the tight end, Tremble. And he is going to have a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll give it up to McCaffrey. And some room to maneuver. And they'll have it in the red zone. Here's McCaffrey. Dances by him. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8.
Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. 2nd and goal. Back to throw. Moore, flushed out right. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. DJ Moore just ratcheting up all around. A 1-score game. 4th quarter of the Super Bowl. This is what you folks came for. We welcome you back. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. And he'll be taken down. 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Looking to throw. Moore escaping the pressure right. And he will not get what he needed as to do next. Here's the Panthers punter now. As he's on here to punt. And they're going to fake it from deep in their own territory. And this is caught. They'll try and burn some clock now with McCaffrey. And this is going to be a Panthers 1st down as he's got this up to the 45.
Should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
This is McCaffrey. Now, they can get another run like we just saw. Would likely put an end to this thing. Fighting his way down to about the 35.
We've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college. And how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over.
That's it. It's all over. And the Carolina Panthers are your Super Bowl champions. And when this moment comes, I think you look back at all the blood, sweat, and tears, the offseason, the workouts, training camp, week 1, 2, 3, all building up now to say you're a Super Bowl champion. It's worth it.
It certainly is, and rarely do we have a team that hoists the Lombardi Trophy that didn't have their share of bumps along the way, didn't have to face some adversity in the journey, and now they get to just enjoy it and revel in it. And all offseason, they'll be signing their autographs with Super Bowl champion underneath it.